Ladies and gentlemen, we have some breaking news about a Nintendo Direct, as well as some other major updates that are just, well, they're just major, man. That's the only way I can really describe them. So let's go ahead and get right into this video. Yeah, trying something a little different today. Normally I record videos the day before and then put them out the next day. I'm going to try to record this video and get it out the same day and see how this goes because, then I'm not like a day behind on news. But we'll play it how it goes. We'll see how it goes. But before we get started, just remember, every single week I give away eShop gift cards. And next week, I'm giving away a Nintendo Switch 2. All you have to do is be a subscriber, like and comment to help the algorithms, and follow the social medias to help our community grow. And I'm giving away eShop gift cards every week for the entire year and multiple Switch 2s as the year goes on. So just keep that in mind. But let's go ahead and get into this video. The first thing I want to do is talk about a fantastic update coming from Nintendo. And to be honest, before the Switch 2 launched, I want to say the week leading up to it, it might have been on the My Nintendo Today app when they were showing off like people using the eShop or something like that. I can't remember how I seen it. But it seemed like there was like new tabs on the eShop, basically to filter out shovelware and all those like AI adult games, and it just seemed like a better eShop experience. And while the eShop is way better than it ever was on the Switch, and it just runs better, looks better, it's just better. I feel like some of those features that I thought were happening are missing, but according to Nintendo, they're like fixing all this right now in Japan and Asia. And then possibly, I would assume it's coming back over to America. At least it seems that way, right? They're also putting out new guidelines as well for publishing games on the eShop. This might only be the Switch 2 eShop though, as far as I know. So hopefully within, the next month or two, or maybe in the next firmware update, which is rumored to be August, the eShop will just become even better than it already is. Because currently, on the eShop and the PlayStation Store and pretty much everywhere else, this is just a really big issue. Now before we get into a big Nintendo Direct leak, kind of confirmation as well, some of the bigger news that has happened over the past day or two is Nintendo and Universal Pictures trademarking or filing or whatever they have to do to say they're making a movie for Donkey Kong. So as you can see right here, this is the copyright catalog, Untitled Donkey Kong Project. Yeah, that's all they have right now. So obviously this is for a new Donkey Kong movie. I think this makes perfect sense for a few reasons. Number one, we've seen the redesign of Donkey Kong. Number two, they gave him a whole ass like part of the theme park at the Nintendo theme parks. And he was a big part of the Mario movie. There were some other things I was going to say and I completely forgot now. I think they might have made a new Donkey Kong rap as well and a couple other things, but the point I'm trying to make is they're really focusing on Donkey Kong, pushing him up to the limelight, right? Is it going to be as big as the Mario movie? Probably not, but I actually think it might be better than the Mario movie. With Super Mario, everybody knows Mario. Your grandma knows Mario, babies who are just born know Mario, and they get the gist of what's happening. So you can just put Mario in a movie, do some Easter eggs and some fan service, and call it a day. I think the movie was fun. I watched it a second time, and I think I actually enjoyed it a little bit more. But it wasn't anything great. But I think with Donkey Kong, they actually have to write a decent story. They actually have to like kind of fill you in what's going on and why Donkey Kong is the way he is. I don't know what that means, but they have to flesh out the story more and kind of sculpt it out a little bit more. Whoa, sculpt it out, and you can sculpt in the new Donkey Kong Bonanza game? Jarvis, what does it mean? I don't know. As of right now, I think the new Mario movie is coming out next year. So possibly, I don't know when this would come out because the Zelda movie comes out in 2027. Mario movie 2026, maybe 2028? I mean, it's only 2.5 years away, so it's not like it's that long away. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the best leaker of all time is Nate the Hate. They predicted when the Switch 2 would be revealed the day before, and Nintendo made no announcements, and then people were like, Nate the Hate, you're wrong. And they just posted them like feet up on the beach, like I think a Mario meme or something. I was like, dang, they definitely know what's going on. But I digress. Nate the Hate, phenomenal leaker. Nate the Hate said a Nintendo Direct is coming in July after Donkey Kong comes out. So that will be next week. I posted a video like 3 days ago saying I have proof of a Nintendo Direct, and I still stand by that video. Yes, I can't know for sure, and I don't have any inside sources like Nate the Hate, but still, I said it's happening. and I showed my proof, and I'm very proud of that video and how it came out. But this is very exciting, man. I'm more excited for this than I was the actual Switch 2 like big hour-long direct. Maybe I wasn't more excited then because I didn't know what was going to happen, but that direct, in my opinion, was pretty underwhelming. This next one though, first party stuff, that's going to be exciting, but we kind of know what's going on for first party. Maybe they'll show off like a teaser for Mario's 40th anniversary coming up, but I'm sure we'll get some more first party stuff. I am most excited for third party. The possibilities are endless, and it's the greatest thing about the Switch 2 in my opinion. I truly think that one day I will have a collection of like 300 Switch 2 games, and I haven't collected for a console since I was like 11 years old. But first party is going to be amazing, indie games are going to be amazing, backwards compatibility is amazing, just so much third party stuff. The possibilities are truly endless. I know I just said that, but that is the perfect way to explain it. Something I think could happen. I've said this a million times though, and a million other people have as well. But everything is just lining up. I think we will finally get a release date for Hollow Knight Silksong. They have like a Hollow Knight museum coming up, I think in August, and allegedly Hollow Knight Silksong is going to be playable there. They said before holiday 2025. We know that Xbox handheld consoles is going to be a launch game for that, and I think those come out in maybe September or October. And then also some people at Xbox said the game is launching in the summer. So it's like, yeah, we've said this a million times, but I just feel like it lines up perfectly that this game will finally get a release date and hopefully launch within, like a month of that announcement. That would be incredible. Xbox and Microsoft, I feel like that will finally show up on the Switch 2 because we see all those games coming on PlayStation and doing fantastic. I could definitely see it happen on the Switch 2 as well. Another thing that I'm expecting to see is a bunch of Switch games get Switch 2 upgrades, and then a few more Switch games getting official Switch 2 versions. That would be pretty cool. Maybe, this is real fingers crossed and probably not going to happen, but maybe some kind of mention of the Ocarina of Time remake or something Zelda related regardless. I know we have Hyrule Warriors coming out in a few months, and I think it would kind of kill any momentum for that game. The next one that's coming up will probably be the best one that they've made. But if you're not into like hack and slash, kill a million enemies things, they really are hard to get into. But something else that could happen in a weird way. I think we could see some Pokemon news. Now, we do have a Pokemon Presents the beginning of next week. So why would we not get Pokemon news during that event? Well, I could see Generation 1 games coming to Nintendo Switch Online, and that would probably make more sense to announce in a like Nintendo Direct. As well as Pokemon Coliseum coming to GameCube. It's like, maybe you're into Pokemon, but you don't have a Nintendo Switch 2 or a Nintendo Switch. You just like the anime, and you just like collecting the card games, and maybe you play one of the mobile games. It doesn't really make sense to show off Nintendo-focused announcements in the Pokemon Presents. But if you're watching a Nintendo Direct, we know you have a Switch or a Switch 2. So we'll announce Pokemon games during that Direct. And I just feel like that makes sense to me, at least, you know what I mean? So we'll see, but I really think this Nintendo Direct is going to turn out to be something very special. But ladies and gentlemen, what do you think about this? I would love to hear your opinions down below. I had a couple more things I want to talk about, but I think I'll save them for another video so I can try to get this video out today and see how this all goes. So yeah, in the comments below, let me know what you guys are thinking. If you made it to this part of the video, hit a like and subscribe. We are 800 subscribers away from 20,000, so let's try to hit that goal. And you guys know me, I'll see you very soon with a new video. Peace out.